Hello everyone, my name is Devanshu Vipul Kumar Tandel and I am one of the learning assistant at MathZone. So today I'm gonna be walking you all through trigonometric word problem, which is not just the essential skill for your math program, but also in real world application, which we'll see later on. Uh, I promise to keep things very simple and straightforward. We'll start with a quick review of the key trigonometric function. We'll look into some examples and then dive into the conclusions and real world problems. So let's get started. First, let's talk about what we aim to achieve today. By the end of this video, you will be able to set up the trigonometric equation based on word problem, solve for unknown angles using the right trigonometric function, understand how this concept are applied in a real world situation. I think these objectives will help you approach trigonometric word problems with more confidence and clarity. So let's head to the overview thing. Now, quick refresher on the trigonometric functions we'll be using today. The three key functions are sine, cosine, and tan. They are based on the side of a right angle triangle, as you can see. Um, Sine is equal to the opposite side divided by the hypotenuse. Cosine is equal to the adjacent side divided by hypotenuse. Tangent is the opposite side divided by adjacent side. So these ratios are crucial for setting up our equations when solving word problems. Okay. And there are two more advanced, I would say, definition which I want you to be familiar with that. So first is angle of elevation and depression. Um, Now let's go over these terms. So the angle of elevation is measured from the ground up, from a horizontal line to a point above. For example, when you look up to the top of the building, the angle you are forming with your line of sight and the ground is angle of elevation, which you can see in the picture also. And on the other hand, the angle of depression on the it is actually measured downward from a horizontal line. It's when you see if you are standing on a cliff and looking down at a boat into the water. So it's like that. So I think understanding these two terms will help you all visualize and solve the problem correctly. Firstly, you need to figure out what are the measurements of, the triangle that we are going to be using this. And that thing, this will cover, which is steps. So here are the approach I'm going to be using to solve this word problems. So first, read the problems really carefully and pick out the relevant information. Next, sketch a diagram that represents the scenario. And this helps visualize the relationship between angles and sides. Then identify the trigonometric ratio that are relevant to the problems, whether it's sine, cosine, or tan. Set up an equation using the chosen function. Finally, solve for the unknown value and verify your solution. And this will lead to your solution part, I'm pretty sure. So let's not waste the time and jump to the example. So here is the very basic examples that I've taken. And a person does a handstand with his feet touching a wall and his hands 1.5 feet away from the wall. If the person is 6 feet tall, what angle do his feet make with the wall? So according to the diagram, we actually have to find this angle. And you can actually break down the problem. We know the height of the person, which is 6 feet, and he's doing headstand. So this is actually the person's height, and the distance between their hands and the wall is 1.5 feet, which is this. AB is your wall in this case. So if we look into the solution part, we're going to be using and is adjacent divided by hypotenuse. We know the values, which is 1.5 divided by 6, and we're gonna further find for cos inverse 0.25, and then that will lead us to the theta, which is the angle. So after calculating, we find the angle is approximately 75.52 degree. So this example demonstrates how easily we can apply trigonometric function to a real life scenario. Let's take one ladder issue that is pretty much similar to what we have seen. A 23-foot ladder is positioned next to a house. If the ladder slips at 7 feet from the house when there is not enough traction, what angle should the ladder make with the ground to avoid slipping? So here, if you figure out that what is 23 feet and 7 feet and what theta you have to find, you can easily predict that which definition you're going to be using for trigonometric. So here again we are going to be using cos, and we are known with the values of adjacent side and hypotenuse, so it's easy to find the theta. um, you know to So our main question was which angle, at which angle the headstand can be more suitable, and that's how we can solve the real life problem by imagination and visualizing which theta and which sides are given to us. So I'm gonna move forward with the applications of trigonometric function. So, in architecture, trigonometry is used to calculate roof slopes, structural loads, or and ground surface also. In physics, it helps in analyzing forces, motion, waves, and properties. In navigation, it's used for map reading and determining direction with a compass. Trigonometry plays a vital role in various fields. That's the proof. And I hope this session helped you to clarify the process for you. Thank you for your attention, and